Hey everybody, what's up? It is I, Talia Flores, with another video. And before we get into this video, please like, share, and subscribe. And today, I'm just going to be like, I don't know. Because I just got back from the doctor's office and, some, I got a checkup and everything, and things are okay on my part. Things are okay, as to be expected. But, sometimes that's just the reality of you can be living your life with CP, you could be fine, and then you go to the doctors and a new set of reality kicks in because now you're worried about your health and everything else. But what I try to remember whenever I leave the doctor's office is that your diagnosis is just a piece of paper and it doesn't define what you can and cannot do in your life, and you'll be able to achieve many goals and many dreams that you have in life. And that's what I want people watching this video to know, is that although you get a diagnosis at the doctor that you're not so happy with, and you just, with your health, and reality sinks in that you just aren't ever gonna be an average person as someone with a disability and as someone that has many disadvantages. I mean, guys, if you look at my diagnosis sheet, I have a ton of diagnosis. It's like 2 pages long. But what I'm not going to allow that to do is determine who I am and what I can and cannot do, because I am more than my diagnosis. I am more than what a paper says. I am me, and I choose to take control of my life and live my life that way. And if I get another diagnosis, great. That's more for me to write about. That's more for me to advocate about in the long run. So I see my new diagnosis and my old diagnosis as a positive step in the right direction. I don't take it and want a pity party because of my new diagnosis. The first thing I'm thinking about when I get a new diagnosis, or when we talk about my old diagnosis, I'm thinking of how can I advocate for this, or what could I do to bring more awareness to this issue that I'm having and help other people. I'm not thinking about the side effects, or, oh my god, this is gonna make my life so much harder. Yeah, it is gonna make my life harder. But I choose to think about my diagnosis in a positive way and what I can do to share my story and to help other people with it. And that's what advocating is about. So now, when it comes to my new diagnosis, I'm thinking of ways to advocate and talk about that. My old diagnosis, same thing. Because at the end of the day, y'all, advocacy all starts with us and the way we view our diagnosis. Me, on the other hand, I view it as, okay, another obstacle for me to stomp on, another challenge for me to navigate through. But so what? I'm not worried. I am not worried. The way I look at it is, wow, I have another avenue. I have another way to share my story and help other people overcome that battle. So I'm not worried about what's in back of me or what was said in that doctor's office. I'm worried about how can I help somebody else in society overcome this. And that's what I'm going to do, and that's what I choose to do. Because you know what? If I just sat around all day and I moped, and I cried, and I complained, and I dwelled on my new diagnosis and my old ones, and I did nothing about it but complained and not figure out ways to move in the next direction, then what would I be achieving for myself? What would I be achieving for the next generation of kids and people that have to live with the same exact challenges? Nothing. By me sitting around moping and complaining, I'm not helping others achieve anything. I'm not educating, I'm not motivated, I'm not doing anything but sitting around and complaining and moping. Versus what I choose to do now is just spread my story, share it, in hopes that I could inspire other people to go out and share their story and do the same thing and stomp on the obstacles that come their way. Because guess what? If you're watching this video and you just got a brand new diagnosis, guess what? You're not your diagnosis. Yeah, medically you may have it, but it doesn't define who you are. What defines who you are is what you do with that news and what you do to make the world a better place for you and the next people with that same diagnosis. And I want you to remember, despite your diagnosis that you may have, CP, ADHD, autism, you're more than your diagnosis. And show your talent and what you can do. Focus on that. Don't focus on the negative, because if you focus on the negative things that doctors tell you and stuff, it's going to get in your head. So you have to flush it out. And that's what I choose to do. And that's why whenever I get a new diagnosis or we discuss my health diagnosis, I just say to myself, Tylea, you're more than your diagnosis, and you're going to achieve so much more. You've already have. Look at you, 25 years have gone by and you're still achieving things and you're still overcoming obstacles, and you're gonna be just fine. And that's what I want everybody else to know watching this video, is that you're more than your diagnosis. Don't worry about what the future holds. Don't worry about what this diagnosis hinders you from doing, but worry about the ways you can keep going. And this is Tylea Flores, over and out. Bye, y'all.